According to the unofficial balance changes, the Leo one is going to get nerfed in a few weeks. However, that still means we have at least 4 weeks left to enjoy the current Leo, which in my opinion is one of the best tanks if you either want to get better at the game or if you are already a good player and you want to play something that's a lot of fun. And as one of the best Leo players, today I will show you the 3 setups, which in my opinion are all very nice on the Leo. Starting with the most basic setup, where we have adrenaline, 2 repair kits and calibrated shells. Let's see the first game, guys. As we are queuing up, I just want to mention that this is an experimental kind of video, because as you all know, we lost the #1 creator for quick tank reviews, whose videos were also quite fun to watch in my opinion. So this created a massive void in the Blitz YouTube community, which definitely has to be filled in my opinion, and I'm here to try to fix it. And again, I'm not good at this type of videos. I also want to find a fun twist to make them more fun for you guys to watch. So let me know what you think about the first one of these experimental videos in the comments. Alright, we got Desert Sands as our first map, which is tricky because as you can see they have a bad chat, a T-54 and a TVP. And our bad chat doesn't seem to be interested in going desert. And in situations like this you cannot really go to the desert either, simply because I would get outspotted by the bad chat. So we have to go to the city, which isn't as bad as it might seem in my opinion, because you can just come here if you're fast, and you have to pre-aim this exact corner, yep, just like that. Because if the enemies try to cross, they will always do it right there. As you can see, there is that tiny gap, which you have to pay attention to. If you aim there, and you are fast enough with your reactions, you might be able to catch somebody off guard. This time we had the Minotauro rushing from a pretty dumb position, if I do say so myself. So we were able to catch him without any problems. Now the real problems are going to start here, simply because we have the E100 just exploring the map behind me, which isn't exactly helpful. So what I need to do here is I need to surprise these enemies. I'm the only person here, which is definitely on my favor, because I have a kind of surprise factor, especially if this guy just decides to peek and die like that. Okay, Minotauro is definitely looking. Okay, this guy kind of created a hull down for me, even though the Leo is definitely not good at playing hull down. I can still use the rack of the bad chat to shoot these guys a couple times, which should be pretty easy for me. You see, you can definitely play in a city environment with the Leo. All you need to do is make sure that you are not the one that's taking all the shots, because you don't have HP and you don't have armor, obviously. So you need to abuse the fact that your teammates are, you know, way more beefy than you and are able to take shots for you. I see the TVP here, who I'm going to HE real quick. I also want to hide from the T-54, because I don't want to take unnecessary damage, because I might need my HP later on. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this shot. Yep. Nice 183. I'm going to kill this TVP right here. I'm pretty sure he's reloading, and even if he's not, he's definitely gonna die. I feel like I could go for HE here, but at the same time it's not that useful on the Leo. It doesn't have as crazy HE rounds as an E50M, for example, so I don't really like using them most of the time. Okay, we got this guy out of the game. I see the bad shot behind me, don't worry guys. It's alright to take one shot from him. Doesn't really matter too much. I feel like we should kill the Rhino first, because the bad shot is definitely the more difficult tank to kill. Okay, that was a weird shot by me. Batchet's gonna try to go for the Yo, in my opinion, because he's the first one shot, and if he does that, I can peek here, shoot him once, go back, because he doesn't have Share Reload Boost activated at the moment. What that also means is that I can just YOLO him and I should be completely fine. As you can see, I can even ramp him or just kill him with a shot or something. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. And as you can see, we were able to do 5.5k damage in a situation which is definitely not ideal for the Leo. But this is what I mean with this tank. The skill cap is extremely high. It's probably the highest skill cap tank in the entire game. However, if you reach that skill cap, you can definitely do whatever you want with this tank, honestly. Alright, moving on to the second setup. I'm going to replace the repair kit with reticle calibration, and I'm going to keep everything else the same. With this setup, you want to play a little bit more passively, because in the previous game, okay, I'm not even rigging this, guys, I swear. I literally got the best map to to demonstrate this setup on. So in the previous game, this setup would not have been that useful because I was not sniping. I was constantly on the front line. So having the reticle calibration consumable would not have done anything for me. The only thing it would have done is take one repair kit away. It's definitely not ideal in a close quarters combat situation. Also, this time I'm basically alone here, which is not ideal by any means, because I definitely need my teammates with the Leo. I'm going to take a shot from the Vickers probably, who is most likely up there. Okay, maybe not. I'm actually pretty lucky for not taking a shot from the Vickers. Maybe I can shoot this TVP. I definitely can. You see, I'm not a fan of this setup, because even without reticle calibration, the gun is just awesome on this tank. Like, you are literally hitting everything with the Leo. You don't need reticle calibration, in my personal opinion. This is risky business here, guys. I'm shooting the C75, but I'm peeking in front of the tank destroyers. It's not what you wanna do, obviously. Yeah, exactly because of that. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. We have more than enough HP to do whatever we want in this game. HP is for noobs anyway. Okay. I'm going to try to run away a little bit because they have a lot of guys here now. I don't know where these guys came from, but I don't like them. Not a fan of these guys playing in these type of positions. Man, this tank is crazy. Look at that. I have a shot on this guy right here. This is where reticle calibration definitely comes in handy, because it allowed me to hit that shot. Okay, he's dead. I'm gonna wait like 3 or 4 more seconds. Nice. We are not spotted anymore, meaning that we can peek like this. And also I need to drop down because of the guys that are potentially trying to hunt me down. Get this guy out of the game. Then try to go for this one. However, he is actually hidden. That's alright though, we can farm the 263 hopefully. Who is probably gonna be busy shooting the Yo instead of me. Which would be ideal, of course. This is what you do with the Leo, by the way. You shoot somebody like once or twice, and then you get unspotted, and you repeat the same with a different person. And it works perfectly, as you can see. Not spotted right now. Okay, I don't know where that shot went. This guy is not gonna spot me. Actually, from 240 meters, he probably will spot me. Let's see though. Am I spotted? I'm actually not spotted, yeah. I think the bushes helped me a lot with staying unspotted here. Good, 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 guys. Very good. They have a 183 left. I am going to try to kill him. We have a bunch of teammates as well who are trying to do the same. It's not exactly ideal for me because they are probably gonna steal all the damage from me. Unless I get myself into a great position. The Yo is clipping him out, yeah. Not going to get any damage out of this guy. However, they still have a TVP. If he doesn't mess up and doesn't just peek in front of everybody, then should be able to farm him down as well. I don't want to spot him here because the Yo would just steal all the damage if I did that. Okay, there we go. One shot into him. Probably gonna try to shoot me again, which is completely fine. I kinda want him to do that, if I'm being honest. I have 654 HP and he still has 2 shots left, which means that I have a really high chance of actually surviving his shots. I'm going to load an HE shell just to see if I can find his back or something. Okay, I'm gonna go for AP and doesn't matter because I'm gonna get the high roll either way. Nice, really nice game, guys. Canal is definitely one of the best maps for the Leo because you can abuse your mobility, you can abuse your accuracy, as you could see. Moving on to the third setup though, I'm going to play with gun rammer just to maximize my DPM, and as you can see we have 3863 DPM, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. Almost 3.9k DPM, and if you are using this setup, I highly recommend using reticle calibration as well. because you don't have as much penetration as you would with the other setups, meaning that your accuracy is gonna matter a lot more. So for example, if you're fighting an E100 and you have reticle calibration, you can sometimes use it and hit the viewport on top of the tank. And that's going to pan even if you don't have like 340 heat pan to pan the front of the turret. Anyway, we are playing on Canyon as our last map. This map is kinda tricky, but as I always say, the best play is to go C. Which is definitely something that most people wouldn't agree with. However, I find it much easier to do damage from here than from the middle. Now obviously you run the risk of meeting a person like this Sheridan, who is very aggressive for like no reason. But as you can see, he's definitely gonna pay for that. You have to play a little bit more passively at the start here, just like I am right now, although I'm gonna get YOLO'd either way. That's not good, but I'm hoping that the Yo is not going to just completely send it after seeing that I have teammates backing me up a little bit. I want to kill this guy right here. And I just want to farm this Yo now. He has the triple shotgun, meaning that he has crazy DPM. However, I don't think it's going to save him here. Yeah, he just got shot by a 183, I think. Which is definitely not ideal for him. We're up to 2k damage, and I do not have a shot on this AMX, unfortunately. I can just YOLO the IS-7, however. Which should definitely work pretty well. Even though it might look like a stupid play. It can definitely be a stupid play, because as you can see, I just picked in front of a 183, but 183 players don't usually have the best reactions, which you can definitely capitalize on. We tracked this guy for the Jagdpanzer, so we are going to get some assist. Not like it matters, but it's nice to see anyway. I feel like this guy gave up on life, so that's also on my favor. Because I can just farm him, and as you can see, having gun rammer here is helping me immensely with farming this guy into oblivion. Again, this DPM is absolutely crazy. We're up to 3.8k damage, and I am actually wondering if I can do a little bit more. Chances of me doing more damage are pretty low if I'm being honest, but there is always a chance, of course. You have the Jagdpanzer right here. That's one shot. I feel like this guy is probably gonna steal him. Never mind. The fact that we had gun rammer actually saved us a lot of damage in this game. If I had calibrated shells, I'm not sure if I would have done 4.7k damage. This setup can be extremely good, or it can be a little bit worse than the other setups as well. It highly depends on the matchup. I'm actually gonna play one more game, just to see if I can fight some heavy tanks frontally. Because I wanna see if this setup is still effective against heavy tanks frontally. I want to see an E100, for example. I want to get the worst map in the game, which is funny to say, but I actually want to get For Despair this time. Or maybe Dynasty's Pearl, just so I can demonstrate the Leo's capabilities against heavy tanks. Okay, we got Vineyards, which isn't exactly ideal. However, they have an E5, an E100, and a 268V4. So I might be able to show you guys something here at least. This map is extremely tricky, but I feel like I say that in every single battle with the Leo. Because it's true. Playing this tank is tricky by itself, regardless of the map. But that's what I love about it so much. It just all depends on your own skill. Like how effective the tank is. Which is just perfect. I don't really agree with the nerf on the Leo, because we definitely want to have a tank like this in the game, which highly depends on the player's skill, and nerfing it would just not be good for the game's health, in my personal opinion. Taking the fun away from the game, not what you wanna do as a developer. Alright, we have plenty of time to just chill here and shoot the guys as they try to cross. I'm pretty sure this E100 is going to do it as well. There is a 268 on the other side. You might want to be a little bit careful with that. Ratchet is getting clipped by somebody. Let's just pick up the kill. E100. Yeah, that shot was very unlikely to actually pan. However, we have this guy right here that we can hit perfectly with reticle calibration. The problem is the fact that he is unspotted right now. They have those two TDs on the other side. I don't like seeing that. Waiting for a shot on this guy. I did spot somebody. I don't know who I just spotted. 50B is YOLOing like an average 50B player. I want to track him, but it's not even necessary at this point, because he's just dead. Alright. The enemy team is suiciding, which means that I'm going to have to YOLO a little bit as well, because otherwise I won't be able to do as much damage as I would like to. YOLOing in this situation, however, is quite tricky. They have all these tanks everywhere. Okay, you know what? The 268 just missed me, so I want to YOLO this M60. He has the triple shotgun once again, meaning that he has crazy DPM, but at least he doesn't have as much alpha as he would with the other gun. Let's see if I can farm him down a little bit more. I'm just gonna peek into him. It doesn't really matter unless he ammo wrecks me. Literally, he can do whatever else he wants. Okay, perfect. Can I pick up the kill on him? Might be able to. Nice. Not quite 4K, I think, but 3.9 is decent, in my opinion. 4K would be an average game for me. 3.9 is a slightly below average game. The Leo is definitely a 4K tank though. This tank is absolutely incredible. And I feel like I was able to show the strengths and the weaknesses of the Leo in this session. Kinda feel like I would have done more damage with calibrated shells in this last game, just because it would have been easier to pen the E100 and potentially the 268 V4 as well. However, I am very satisfied with the session. I'm going to show you the games just to prove that I didn't pick any of them. As you can see, these were just training room games just to warm up, and these were games from last night. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below, and see you next time.